Hey guys, this is Andrew Rodriguez. I want to show you some new parts I have today. These are fuel filter kits I made for the BMW diesels, and we even got one for the Q7, and we'll be making it for more of the diesels. But I wanted to show you it and explain why it's something that your car should have. So this part is a critical part to have for the F-Series cars, and the reason why for the F-Series it's critical is because the F-Series has this beautiful CP4 pump on it. They're much more fragile than the CP3s were. When these things break, they grenade and they send tons of microscopic steel shards into your fuel system that are going to ruin your injectors. It's going to get into your fuel lines, it's going to get into your fuel tank, it's going to get into your low pressure pump. And if you don't replace every single piece of the fuel system when one of these grenades, it's going to happen again. Because if you leave, let's say, the fuel tank and you replace everything except the fuel tank, there's going to be shards in the fuel tank, and then when you start the car up again, it's going to start sending those microscopic pieces of metal into the system again, and it's going to ruin the high pressure pump, and it's going to grenade again. It's ugly. Now, that having been said, you can save yourself from having that happen, usually with one of these kits, because they separate out water. This is a really popular one in particular. This is for the 328D, so we make custom brackets for each model. And the reason why it's popular for the 328D is those CP4s keep breaking off. And if you install one of these after CP4 failure, you're going to be able to not replace the valves, you're going to be able to not replace the fuel tank. And the reason why is when it's coming out of the fuel tank through the low pressure pump, this is going to catch all the metal shards before it goes back through your brand new CP4. If you have a E-Series car, that would be with the M57. Most people would do just fine with having the 3-micron filter, and you really don't need it unless you've already had a failure. Typically, I would go with the 3-micron because it does have this nice water separator. Well, they both separate water, but you know, with this, you'll be able to drain off the water without replacing the whole fuel filter. For the M57, it is not critical. This is a luxury. So if you installed this, you don't have to keep changing out these filters underneath the car. The reason why you don't have to is we made a fuel filter delete kit. If you install this, it deletes your stock filter, and when you install our part, you are not going to install the green O-ring. So one of the questions that I get is, how often should I change one of these filters, and which filter should I choose? If you have a car that is running perfectly, you haven't had any issues with it, I would go with a 3-micron filter. That's plenty big. That's not an option for the 328D. We do all the 328Ds with a 1-micron. And the reason for that is it's just space. How often should you change it? You should change it every 40,000 miles. That's what I do with my car. Now that we've talked about these fuel filter kits, let's go outside and go install one of these in a car.